Hi everyone, in this short video I'll use this simple Lego model to show how visual information travels from our eyes through the brain and how neurological visual impairment, or NVI, can affect how information is processed. Let's start with the eyes. The eyes take in light, color, and movement from the world around us. That visual information travels through the optic nerves, which act like cables carrying signals from each eye toward the brain. Here's the optic chiasm, the spot where some of those nerve fibers cross over to the opposite side of the brain. This crossover helps the brain create one complete visual picture from both eyes. From there, the messages continue through the optic tracts, moving deeper into the brain toward a key structure called the LGN. The lateral geniculate nucleus, or LGN, acts as a relay station. It helps organize and refine the visual signals before sending them along to the visual areas of the brain. This is the occipital lobe, where visual processing begins. Inside this lobe is the primary visual cortex, also called V1. This is where the brain first starts to interpret basic visual features like lines, edges, and contrast before sending the information to other areas for deeper understanding. This white piece shows where neurological visual impairment may occur. Even when the eyes are perfectly healthy, the brain might have difficulty processing or interpreting what it sees. That's why NVI is considered a brain-based visual condition. Now let's take a look at how visual information travels beyond the occipital lobe to other areas of the brain. The dorsal stream, or wear pathway, travels upward to the parietal lobe. This pathway helps with movement, depth perception, and spatial awareness. When this area isn't working efficiently, a student might trip over objects, have difficulty catching a ball, or get disoriented in crowded or busy spaces. The ventral stream, or what pathway, travels downward to the temporal lobe. This area helps with recognizing faces, objects, and understanding visual meaning. If this pathway is affected, a student might have trouble recognizing familiar people or objects, or may only recognize something when it's a very familiar setting. The frontal lobe is also involved in directing attention and planning motor responses based on what's seen, so it helps the brain decide what to do with the visual information. So when we talk about neurological visual impairment, we're talking about how the brain interprets what the eyes see, not just vision itself. This model helps families, teachers, and IEP teams understand how complex the visual system is and how differences in brain processing can affect what a child perceives, recognizes, or responds to in daily life. I welcome any thoughts or questions, and I appreciate you taking the time to watch.